Hello everybody! Hi friends! How we doing? I hope we're doing good. Hello Nova. I'm very excited. I don't know if you guys saw the title. I hope the title and everything changed. Knowing my luck, it didn't. But that's fine. I'm just gonna go check now. I'm giving me the wrong category. Off today because I don't think TGRPGs are. There's Cartograph. Yeah, no, it's not. I just don't pull a card. Anyway, hi friends. I'm very excited. We're going to play Cartograph today. I'm actually super hyped for it. I've been looking forward to this since I got home from PAX. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it might be fun to do it together. We've got some very cool stuff to play with. I have like... I have so much going on my desk right now because it obviously is like a physical thing. But I'm going to show you guys my setup in a minute because I feel like we're going to be able to just chat while we play. And I'm very excited about that. But when I show you my setup, you guys will understand why I'm so excited. But basically, Cartograph is a really, really pretty single-player TTRPG or GM-less TTRPG. Technically, you can play it in groups. Kind of. But I'm very excited. We've got so much to go through. And I can't wait to show you all. I'm just gonna switch scenes so that you guys can see. Look at this. Okay, alright. I know the lighting isn't the best. I tried, and I tried so hard to make sure you guys could see as much as possible. Also, look at my little popcorn erasers. I think they're so cute. Apologies if it's just not quite good. I don't know how to change anything from my camera. No, hang on. We're going back to device default. Does that change anything? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna be trying our best to, like, do this. And I'm hoping to show you guys as much of this as I can. Very excited, but we're gonna start off by looking at Cartograph. Okay, also, the camera here is on my microphone arm, so I'm attempt not to hit it. Apologies if I do. It's not my fault, I promise. I can't be blamed. Alright? But yes, look how pretty this is. I already have pencil on my hands. Look how gorgeous this book is. And so we're going to be going through it, but it has a really cool table of contents. Like, there's so much. And then, okay, so what we need for it, pencil and eraser, check. Paper for your map. We're using one of my art books because it's big and I feel like it'll be useful. A place to take notes and record resources, which is this book here. A standard deck of playing cards, including the Jokers. I have these gorgeous Studio Ghibli cards that I got given to me. I don't know how well you can see the little Studio Ghibli. Look at that. Look at that shimmer of the Studio Ghibli logo on it. Here's one of the Jokers. They're very pretty. I got gifted them by one of my host students when my family was hosting students when I was in high school. I got given these. I have not opened them, I think, since I got them. And so they're just sitting in this pretty, like, hard... I don't know how... Hang on, ASMR. I can't do this. Hang on. Close the book for a second. There you go. ASMR. This really pretty, like, hard plastic cover. Yeah, it's a hand stream. It's also a VTubing stream. Like, I finally have my VTuber back because I don't think she can run very well with Minecraft, the Minecraft server up. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can, if my computer will let me work with maybe one of the other VTube thingies I have. Okay, let's read through the rest of what we need for Cartograph. A collection of 6-sided dice, ideally equal amounts of 3 different colors. I didn't have colors, so I chose types, okay? I did have so many choices. Don't bite my fingies. They're mine. They're my fingies. They're mine. No. So first of all, we have these ones, which are going to be our landmarks. They are so pretty. No biting. No biting, Nova. And then we have these really pretty ones that like shimmer and shine. You can't see as well on stream, but there you go. You can see it when I do that. These ones are going to be our biome. And then we have these ones, which are some of the ones I got from like my mystery dice sets. They're all different types. This one in the bottom right is one of my newest sets, and it's like, it kind of looks like jade IRL. It's very pretty. And they're gonna be our temporary die. Hopefully we remember that. We've also got our D12 and our D20 for random tables. These actually remind me the most of... I wonder if I can... I don't think I can. Hang on. Let me grab my phone. Can you guys see the shine in these? Look at that. And these remind me the most of like kind of maps because they have like kind of a brown and a blue. And then there's a little bit of green where they mix. It's very pretty IRL, and I'll have to send you guys a video in my Discord of them, of all the dice. They're so cool. I wear it on my right arm because I'm left-handed, buddy. It's useful. Also, here's the time and the date for anybody who's not in Australia. That's what time and date it is. Yes, I use military time, aka 24-hour time. It is 4:23 on Friday the 24th. I'm not really ambidextrous. I also do use it on my left hand sometimes, but that's mostly because I get dermatitis. And I need to switch them. So that's not my fault either. Okay? Stop looking at me like I'm weird, you weirdos. Yeah. So we've got all of our dice. I did have so many to choose from. It was hard to choose. Wow. Wow, Trent. I would like to shout out the Ravens Ridge Emporium, who are the creators. Let me see if I can pull it real close to the camera. You see up here? Here, right here? The Ravens Ridge Emporium. They're an Australian company who makes solo TTRPGs, dice, and a lot of things D&D, TTRPG related in general. I love them. I was able to, I got the privilege of meeting them at PAX at their booth, and I got to buy Cartograph, and I got to buy this cute little raven that was, where did I put it? Put him over here. He was like a PAX exclusive. He's literally so cute, and he's like my little friend. He's like my little baby. Look how cute this little guy is. Look at his little wings. And his little feet. He's got little peats. And his little cute little... I love him. And so, yeah. I have been dying to get my hands on anything Ravens Ridge Emporium since I've started seeing their TikToks and like their content on the internet. I was super excited. So I'm really happy to be playing this today. You guys are going to be helping me to make maps, and I'm very excited about it. Trent, I'm pretty sure you're probably just really sleepy because it is really late for you. I am sorry, I can't start streams earlier currently, this week at least, because I've been doing a lot of stuff that needed it to be the time it was. But let's get onto this. Let me open these. They have a really fancy way of opening. Push these and then we go like that. I feel bad, like I feel like my hands aren't clean enough to like touch these cards. Like, look how pretty these are. What is this? I got blank cards in there too? Crazy. Like, look at all these. They're all... I forget where they're from, actually. I forget what the show is called. That's my bad. Whoever remembers what the show is, they'll probably remember it from this character in the wolf. I just can't remember the name right now. Sheesh, dude, it's 1:25 AM on a Friday morning? That's crazy. That's bad. You should get some sleep, dude. You should definitely get some rest. Okay. Let's set these cards to the side for now, because we will be using them later. That I know. Okay, set up. We've got space to roll our dice and do everything. Start with 1 landmark dice and 3 biome dice. Okay. So 1 landmark dice, 3 biome dice. Alright. These dice form your initial dice pool. Very cool. Alright, we're just putting all our other ones to the side. Alright, so this is our initial dice pool. Set the remaining dice aside. Let me see if I can pull this up. Shuffle the playing cards and set them aside too. Okay. Oh.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Appreciate that.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Gotta enjoy a good wiggle. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle our deck. Very pretty. We probably won't do as long a stream today. Just because, you know, it's gonna be a lot if we do. But if I get really into this, we might go for 4+ hours, honestly. But, you know, we'll see. We will see. I just... Shut up, Dal. It's not like I can help it when I keep role-playing. Hey, if you guys want me to do a 24-hour stream, you can figure that out yourselves. Also, I just realized I have to... Hang on, I have to go to my... I can't do it on my... Hang on, I gotta go do it on my, on my computer. I've got to turn your channel points back on so you guys can do channel point stuff. I promise I remembered this before stream and then immediately forgot as I was doing other stuff. It's fine. I'll make sure you guys can fish and do your things this stream, because I know it's kind of... We don't generally do it while we have lore streams up, but just because it's a little bit overwhelming. But I also have all the everything else. Okay, don't need those. That probably can use that one. Do that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, not that one. And none of those. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Channel points should be back on for fishing and a few other things.
Morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it?
No, fuck. It is a nice day for fishing, actually. It's very nice outside. It's like a mix between very sunny and a little cloudy. Well, okay, I can't... How on earth am I supposed to cut off an RP stream? You know how hard that is? Okay, I'll set it over here. Grab Not me stressing myself out. Let me put my cards over here. Sweet dreams, Trent. Aw, you need... Yeah, that's cute. Disgusting, but cute. Okay.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle.
To the very next day, bum, 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 bum. Okay, so... At the start of our journal... Okay, I don't know which one I wanted to use. I guess I will use this one for now. I'm gonna just write Cartograph. We're gonna ignore my handwriting, alright, chat? You can't yell at me for my handwriting. We're gonna... Okay, start of journal. Start by marking a spot to track your coin. So... Coin... Where's... Reputation... Food... Items... Probably should have put that one at the bottom. Hang on, actually, we can just do that. We can. I have an eraser. This is pencil. Words... And items at the bottom. Hi, cat! You yell? Don't yell. Alright. Coin, wares, reputation, food, runes, and items. And a spot to fill out details. Okay, maybe... Oops. I'm really bad at drawing lines. Am I gonna ignore that? Cartograph. There we go. Alright. Who's excited? I'm excited. You guys are gonna come along for the ride with me to make this all. So, you know, excited for this. You guys are gonna be part of this journey. Alright, let's read the cartographer section. Alright. Before starting the cycle of play, you'll need to know who you are embodying as you traverse the unknown. To create your cartographer, first mark your starting resources. You start the game with 1 food, 1 ware, 1 coin, and your reputation starts at 0. Alright, so 1 food, 1 coin, 1 ware, and our reputation starts at 0. Then follow the steps below, detailed over the next 5 pages. Choose... Ooh! Oh, interesting, okay. Ooh! Okay. Chat. Oh! Hi, Urki. Well, it'll get into being art. We're gonna be making maps. It's a TTRPG, Urki. There's no... I can't find a better category unless one of my mods wants to look for a better category to fit us in. Because we're drawing maps, I felt like art would work. How you doing, Urki? Okay, chat, this is your decision. Do we want to use these very pretty tables? We have some very pretty tables to use, or we can kind of come up with some stuff on our own. How do you feel, chat? Make the whole playing field except a 3x3 on fire? Oh gosh. You think tables? To be fair, that's fair. That's valid. This is our first time playing through. Maybe if we play through another, like if we finish this one and then we play through another time, we could kind of come up with a lot of our stuff. Ooh, okay, Urki. It's called Cartograph. It's a solo TTRPG. Very cute. Dal, I don't even know the difference. You want to explain to me? And it's like we get to make maps and we get to discover things as we go. It's the friends themselves. It's the Ravens Ridge Emporium. Hi guys, how we doing? So this is the wonderful company, chat, that made this amazing game. They're an amazing Australian company. I highly recommend that if you guys want to support a really cool company, go check them out. It's the Ravens Ridge Emporium everywhere. They're really cool. 10 out of 10. I literally was not Dal, I swear. Oh, thank you, Erky. You're amazing. Genius. I love having smart people. No, of course. Kat, if you're awake enough, can we get a shout out for the Ravens Ridge Emporium? 10 out of 10. Amazing people. You are a knower of many things, Erky. We're gonna actually start by using the tables. Because we thought it'd be more fun. Everybody's a little partial to tables sometimes. So we've got a name and pronouns table. So we're gonna roll up the name, and then we're going to you guys are gonna help me figure out pronouns. I'm very excited. Okay, so we're gonna roll our d20. That is a 10, an even 10. First, Timpkins. Okay, that's a really cute name. Okay, so we're gonna write name. Timpkins. Okay, and then our second one, 7. Bottrell. Okay, this guy's got a real cool name. Bottrell. That actually reminds me of a tree that we have here. Bottle brush wattle, I think it's wattle, but it's like bottle brush. Oh no, maybe it's not in the wattle tree family. I can't remember, but it's very cool. Okay, so our name is Timpkins Bottrell. If you guys can read my handwriting, it's probably better if I just show you on the table, actually. Oops. Let's see. We've got our first name here, Timpkins, and then here's our last name, Bottrell. You're illiterate? No, you're not, Nova. You're literally not. Shush. Alright. Value and disposition is next. Next, you'll want to determine a value they hold and their disposition. The disposition informs a general tone in which they interact with the world, and their value shows you what is important to your cartographer. Select or roll on the value and disposition table below, or come up with your own. Okay, so it's another 20. Wow. Okay, we're just making illiteracy a choice. Gotcha. Cool. Alright, so chat, do you guys want to choose one or should we roll? You guys can choose one from each side of the table. Or you can choose to have us roll and randomize it. Which do you want to do? Roll? Somehow I kind of... You wish to see the horrors of the world? I think it's a little late for that. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're gonna roll. Are you ready, chat? We're gonna roll our value first. Let's see what we get. 4! It was so close to an 18 that entire time. It, like, rolled off of the 18. Okay, we've got 4, which is nature. So our value is nature. Interesting. We love the natural world, alright. We value nature. Honestly, accurate. Oki, no. Why do you guys go to violence so quickly? I love you, but we're not hurting other people. Alright, let's see our disposition. I really wish I could have my dice box as well here, but it's too big. It doesn't fit. 16. Alright. Let's see what 16 is. Where is it? Impulsive. Yeah, you know what? That fits. That's so funny. Not enough. Oh my gosh. Chat. You chaos gremlins. Alright. So, we got nature and impulsive for our value and our disposition, which is very cool. Okay, let's roll for our specialization. Alright, we need a d6, so we're just gonna use, honestly, I want to use my jade one. This very pretty one. So we're gonna roll 5. Nomad. Start with 1 extra biome dice. Ooh. Okay, let me. What did I put? My biomes for 2s, so I get to have 4 biome dice. All right, that's cool. Okay, so we got specialization. Also, don't judge me for how I spell things. I'm a good speller, I just have to say it out loud. Nomad. Yeah, we basically are a druid at this point. That's really funny. Also ironic, because I have to tell you guys that I'm gonna be in a D&D campaign. It should be starting somewhere end of November, early December. And I'm playing a druid. That was just decided this morning, actually. Oh, that's so cute, Dal. It's also very gross. Erasing long-term memory isn't the same thing as fatal blows. Alright. Alright, you guys. Yes, Sudoku, you. I love you all. So, okay. So let's just, we're a druid, essentially. Our cartographer is a druid, and that's amazing. I also love that I kind of have conditioned you guys to be very TTRPG coded, and it's my favorite thing in the world. Okay. Let's see. Our background. Before your cartographer journeyed to this new land, they had a rich life full of aspirations, friends, foes, and adventure. Roll on the tables on the next page to divine where they came from or create your own background. Alright, we need another d6. So let's get going. The land I came from was thriving. Land. Thriving. Wow, if I can spell. Thriving. What? Alright, roll another d6. You're right, Sudoku. I didn't condition all of you, but I did condition a fair amount of you. I literally am using so many of my d6s from some of my sets. I have a reason to use them now, and it's great. 2. Again? Thriving but gloomy. No, that's the one I didn't want. Oh, wait, I just want to roll again to see what I would have got. Expansive. Thriving but expansive. Interesting. Interesting call. Okay, well, we've got thriving but gloomy. Disappointing. Left? Why do we leave? That is a good question. Left. Because 5. I had a vivid dream that compelled me towards adventure. Alright. Vivid dream. Adventure. I can write really small, so you guys, like... like, look at that. Like, look how small that word got to fit in there. Wait. A druid that multiclasses into sorcerer just to learn fight. Wouldn't that be wizard? Druid that multiclasses into sorcerer would be finding out they have another set of innate magics in them. I think it would be a druid that multiclasses into wizard just to learn fireball so that they can set the not natural word on fire. Like people's like land. Or like their buildings. Bladed throwing. Nova, what are you doing? Imagine playing Yahtzee with metal dice. That would be cool. Let's be real, metal dice are like so sick. I love them. Alright. So we had a vivid dream. Exactly, Diggs. Exactly. Exactly. A druid that just said, you know what? Fireball. Do, 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 do. Anyway, let's see. But I left behind... What did I leave behind, chat? Let's see. Alright. Ready? Ready? Whoa! That rolled onto my lap. 6. My entire identity? Oh no. So, they value nature. They're very impulsive. Well, I mean, they're impulsive. They left a thriving but gloomy country to adventure, and they left in behind who they were. Ooh, Fire Genasi Druid could be very cool. That's so true. Just don't do it in a pine forest. Everything will burn. Crazy. Almost like that's kind of, you know, how pine works. Pine is such a flammable tree. Okay. So, we've got 4 biome dice. We've got 1 landmark dice. We can put aside our D20, I think, for now. Just till we see what's next. Characteristics. Okay, we've got to get characteristics. Also, I can only grab these pretties. Look how pretty these ribbons are. They're so pretty. I love them. Alright. Alright. Finally, it helps to know what your cartographer looks like. Alright. I'm gonna just draw a little bit. I'm really bad at drawing lines. I don't even need to draw these lines, I just want to. Alright? Okay. Characteristics. Sometimes life is born from the ashes. Actually, fun fact. This is an Australian fun fact, chat. Gum trees and eucalyptus generally actually do require fire to allow seed pods to break open. I don't know why my guy just died on me. Hello, come back to me. She just doesn't want to be here anymore. She just zoned out. That's fine. Yeah, but like gum trees and eucalyptus require fire to open the seed pods and like basically make new little guys. All right, we're back. She's alive. Hello. Isn't that interesting? I think it's probably one of the most interesting eucalyptus fact. Other than the fact that they make koalas drunk and have basically zero nutritional value for koalas, which is why they eat so much. But it's also the only thing they eat. But that's basically why we have so many fires in Australia, is because, like, the nature needs the fire. Okay. Roll 1d20 on the table below. Okay, to get 2 features and 2 appearances will come up. Ooh, okay. Alright, so we can roll, technically, 4d20. Man, I should have gotten out more d20s. Wait, where's my... I'll just roll 1 twice. 4 times. Ooh! Cat got a scooter. Ooh! Also, Dal, they do, but there was just a cure found for it. Yeah? Yeah? Wait. Nova. Nova, don't you dare say that. Bad. Alright, let's roll a d20 for our first feature. 12! Many body piercings! Ooh! 40. I forgot if the I became before the E this time. Piercings. Body piercings. Let's roll for our second feature. 11. Deep forehead wrinkles. That's cute, actually. You know what? If any artists want to draw this, I think that'd be... Ooh, piercings made from rose thorns. That'd be really cool. I mean, ironically, because it's such a gloomy but thriving but gloomy environment that they grew up in, imagine if the piercings... Well, I mean, they're impulsive. So their piercings are the way they try and, like, jazz things up. That'd be so funny. Arsonist druid that burns down buildings that are invading natural areas. Yes, exactly, Sudoku. Exactly that. It would, Cat. Alcohol does. Areas with a lot of fires naturally end up with plant life that grows best. Yes, exactly, Oki. a lot of Australian like nature actually thrives off things like fires, and I'm really disappointed because our government currently isn't letting the indigenous population do burn-offs, which would increase the natural life in the areas and also decrease the amount of actual fires that kill people. But you know, it is what it is. I should not get too deep into that. All right, let's look for our two appearances now. Ooh, very good cocooning. You guys are lightning fast? Okay. Alright. I agree, Nova. I agree. We don't like the government. Oh, that's... 15! Covered in spilled ink. That's accurate. That's probably very accurate. Covered... Why did I try to write in right next to the D? Covered in spilled ink. Alright, what's our second one gonna be? Let me control the world, I promise for your healthcare. Nova, no. 18! Pristine. Those are the funniest two things you can get together. Covered in spilled ink, but you've got pristine gloves. That's so funny. That's like my favorite, like that's actually my favorite thing ever. They've just got ink like all down the front and side and like of their like shirt and their pants. And then their gloves are just so clean. That's so funny and very cute. All right. Let's see. Next is the opening scene. Before getting into the game proper, you may like to know how exactly you came to this new land and what complications you faced in doing so. Roll on the below tables and make a short journal entry answering the prompt and detailing your voyage to this new place. Okay. Alright. Let's, journal entry 1. Alright. Oh my goodness. Alright, you weirdos. Why are you giving me birds? Also, I do have food beside me that I should be eating as we go. So, every once in a while, someone should just remind me to take a bite of food so I don't forget I have it. I can't even open this stupid lid! Get off! Okay, there we go. It's fine, it's just a skill issue, I guess. To the world. Hey, okay, no, there's actually currently some good people in presidency. Like the person in the place that just had all those riots. What's it? Oh, it's Nepal, I think. They just elected their new current governor by Discord, which is great and funny as. Alright, I have chicken katsudon. It's pretty tasty. I get it a lot. Dal, Nova's gonna burn you if you're not careful. That is exactly why we don't give power to either of them. This is why neither of them can have a sword here. Interesting, Sudoku. I don't know. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to fill up my water bottle all the way, but I also forgot to bring it over here. It's okay though. I have aloe vera drink as well. I have options, Cat. I have drink options today. That's great. I have drink and food options. because I don't normally have either. Alright. Okay, we're bringing back the jade. My voyage to the new land was by way of two. Mysterious? Mysterious? Mysterious what? 6? Voyage. A mysterious voyage. Okay. Hang on, where's the prompt? Maybe it's just on the food, maybe. Okay. It's just based on this. That's okay. Alright, so we're gonna go journal entry 1. I don't quite remember how it all happened. Alright, let's roll for this as well. 5. Peaceful and bonding. Who did you grow close with? Ooh! Okay. Okay, that's cool. I don't remember how it all happened, but I met with a group of traveling merchants. Oop, why do I keep putting random dots everywhere? Yeah. Who were returning home from... We need to make up a name for this town. Oh, okay. Have a good sleep, Snova. Everybody tuck Nova in and say good night. Wait. Sudoku, wait, the US taxed the Penguin Island? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Let's see. We need a name for our homeland. You know what? I'm just gonna use names in chat to like make up new things. And because Nova's going to bed, that's the one I'm thinking of the most. So we're going with Norvell, which is the city we grew up in. Norvell. My home city. Oh, that's insane, Sudoku. I requested to join their voyage. I requested to join their voyage. Half of what little coin I had to ensure my safety. While I do not remember exactly how we got there, we got to the land. We will do our homeland proud. We will. Disco Inferno, it's the album. It's the anthem. Oh, Disco Inferno is the anthem of our land. That's so funny. Hang on, I'm gonna write that. Disco Inferno National Anthem. There you go. Our national anthem is Disco Inferno now. We didn't need that, but now I kind of needed it. I did need it. Okay. Let's see. Exactly how we got there. We got to the land of... Alright, I'm using cat and dal. It's gonna be... Cat dal. With 2 T's. Alright, I don't know how well you can read that, but cat dal. It's like, it's almost should have an apostrophe, but it doesn't. Cat dal. I think that sounds like kind of cool, actually. Okay. I also am just enjoying making up names from everybody's names in chat. Got to the land of cat dal safely. I made friends with... yeah, go to sleep. Go sleep over. I made friends with... They're impulsive. Maybe they made friends with which merchant? Jewelry, the jeweler. The jewelry merchant. Ooh, thank you, Sudoku. I will absolutely get that right now. Wow. That's literally so funny. Sorry, that's actually hilarious. Okay, let's see. I made friends with the jewelry merchant. Yeah, I don't know why I did that to myself. I could have put it on the next level. I made friends with the jewelry merchant. Oh, also we never even chose our pronouns. Do we want to be a he, they? I feel like he, they works. A he, they feels right, you know? Alright, I made friends with the jewelry merchant. Ooh. He, they, but gender fluid, in the gender fluid way. Gender fluid. Honestly, kind of accurate. Kind of feels right, honestly. He's a gender fluid he, they, and it just switches out. But right now he uses he, they. Okay. I made friends with the jewelry merchant. Who I traded stories with, and in return got which piercing do we want? Ooh, new lip rings. New lip rings. Lip rings. with embedded emerald. Okay. I think that sounds really cool. Can you imagine lip rings that just have like embedded emeralds on the outside? That'd be so pretty. Alright. I feel like that answers it pretty well. We went on a mysterious voyage. We don't even remember how we got there because we were too entranced by the jewelry merchant. Who we got really close to. Right, they would be super pretty. I don't even, okay, I only have my basic earring, like my lobe piercing on each ear, and I can't really get more because my body is barely just hanging on to those ones. Like, I used to get super frequent ear infections, and I also have like eczema or dermatitis. And I really wish I could get lip rings of some kind, because I feel like they would be great for stimming, but I can't because my skin does not like me. Alright. Let's read this page. Throughout the game, your cartographer will be acquiring and losing a variety of resources as you respond to prompts and take actions during the rest phase. You'll need to keep track of these in your journal as you go. Each resource will be detailed over the next few pages. First, we start with reputation. Your reputation is an abstraction of how well known you are becoming in the new land, and in what way. If it is a negative value, you are seen as an uninvited guest to the land. If it is a positive value, your presence is welcomed. You may wish to consider your reputation when responding to a prompt. Additionally, you may wish to consider your reputation as a measure of how proficient you are as a cartographer. Oh, thank you, Urki. Yeah, it's really disappointing. My body just fights everything I ever want to do. I really low-key want a tattoo, but I also have so many issues with permanence that I don't know if I would be happy. But I might. Honestly, I think I would love to do is on like my inner arm. Actually, you know what's funny? You can literally see you can see my veins. How crazy is that? Like, you can just see my veins on my arms. But I would love to get like an outline, like basically just like a line art that I could color in any time I wanted. That would be sick. I would love to get just coloring on my arms, just coloring books. I would get it on my right arm because I'm left-handed, so I could just color it in when I wanted. That would be super fun. Alright, let's see what these say. Reputation modifies the costs of items. When you take a shop rest action, each item costs 1 coin less for each reputation you have to a minimum of 1 coin. For example, if you had -3 reputation, items cost 3 more coin to purchase. If you had 3 reputations, however, items would cost 3 fewer. Okay. Reputation... that word. Reputation can be spent to re-roll your dice. When you roll your dice in the exploration phase, you may lose 1 reputation to re-roll any number of your dice. You may do this any number of times as long as you have 1 or more reputation to lose for each re-roll. Crazy. So you can literally make your reputation worse to make sure you get what you want. Which actually is so accurate to how people work. That's exactly what some people do these days. Doesn't matter what they want, what they do as long as they get what they want. Alright. Runes are short sentence fragments that describe an injury, physical or otherwise, that your cartographer has sustained on their journey. You start with 3 wound slots. If your cartographer must take a wound and has no slots to do so, your cartographer perishes and the game is over? We can die? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna like put these 3 slots. So we remember that. We only have 3 chances. Alright. When you receive a wound, write a sentence fragment stating what injury has occurred. For example, shattered forearm. See page 83 for inspiration. Ooh, I literally flipped right to it. Look at that. Ooh, we have a wounds table. Ooh. There is no mechanical difference between a minor and a major wound. Okay. Interesting. I like this. This is very cool. I know, right? That was perfect. I went straight to 83. That made me feel real cool. Coin. Coin is a numerical abstract. For some reason, my brain just doesn't want to say. It just wants to say abstractation, but that's not how you say it. It's abstraction. Coin is a numerical abstraction of wealth or currency. You might wish to think about what this land uses as currency, or you may wish to simply leave it abstract. See page 81 for inspiration. Coin is used to take additional actions in the rest phase, buy items, and converse with locals. Interesting, okay. So 81 is back here, 83. Let's see. Currency table. Rings of metal, artifacts, petals, glass beads, seashells, feathers, gems, effigies, seeds, coins, fossils, knotted string, meteorite fragments, teeth, unique medallions, marked paper, magic chits, stories, cards, or you can roll on the wares table. Oh, that's cool. So it could be like a bartering system. Things like alcohol, plants, dye, animals, bone, food. That's sick. I like that. That is really cool. I like how many tables this has. Tables are one of my favorite things ever. I think, for our intents and purposes, I think we're going to keep it simple for this first one. We're going to go with coins. Let's write it down here. Coins with... What do they have engraved? Coins with... Animals. Animals on them. Okay. We're starting simple. Alright. Wares. Wares represent the various commodities and goods you may acquire throughout play. You can carry a maximum of 5 wares at any time, at any given time, though some items may give you more space. Wares are tracked by a numerical value, however you may wish to instead write what you are transporting, such as greyberry wine. See page 80 for inspiration. Wares can be sold at settlements for coin and primarily serve as the way to make money or converse with locals. When you enter a settlement, you determine its ware value, which is how much coin they are willing to pay for your wares. Interesting. Okay. So we can carry 5 wares at all times. 5 max. Alright. Let's see. What's next? Food. Food represents your stockpile of nourishment. There is no limit to the amount of food you can carry, so hoard away. Food is your primary way of replenishing dice when in the wilderness and traveling to distant locations. Ooh, okay. That's cool. Items. Items are significant boons to your cartographer. They usually offer powerful bonuses that help you fill out your map quicker, aid in resource management, or keep your cartographer out of harm's way. You cannot carry duplicates of the same item. If you're instructed to acquire a random item, simply draw and discard the top card of the deck and consult the item table on page 52. Ooh! Items have non-descriptive names by design. You should think of a descriptive name for an item when you take it that fits the land you have created. For example, maybe the people of this settlement ride three-legged goats around, so your animal mount might be a three-legged goat. Items are granted by prompts or by taking the shop action in the rest phase. Wow, that's cool. I like that. Alright, let me just take some water. Okay. The map. You'll be asked to fill out the map a lot as you play, but the specifics on how you do that are not defined. This is intentional. Art is a personal expression. It doesn't matter if you are an accomplished artist or a stick figure connoisseur. Your map will be wonderful and wholly yours all the same. During the exploration phase, you'll be rolling your dice pool onto the paper. Wherever the dice land dictates where that feature of the map is located. Don't be beholden to this. If you've already established a coastline and a biome dice rolls into the middle of the ocean, you can move it to somewhere more appropriate. You cannot disregard a dice entirely, however. It could offer an interesting part of your world too. Why are there pine trees jutting out of a stormy sea? How is there a desert in the middle of the ocean? You should draw your map with pencil, as you may be erasing and redrawing features as you learn more about them. Below are some examples of how you could draw these elements if you are stumped. So we've got a mountain range, just a mountain, a forest, a ruin, a city, an encampment, open land, lake, coastline, trail, town, discovery. Ooh. Okay, I want to keep one of my thingies there so we can look back at that one. The journal is your logbook, cataloging the various wonders your cartographer discovers as you play. Generally, you make a journal entry when responding to a prompt, but if the inspiration takes you, feel free to notate more. You may wish to write a paragraph on the rest actions your cartographer takes as they make their way through bustling thoroughfares to find an inn for the night, or haggle with a four-armed salesman for that particularly shiny relic. When writing journal entries, try to keep things brief. No more than a paragraph tends to work best. Otherwise, the flow of play begins to slow and it can become tedious rather than fun. If you find the journaling aspect to be tiresome, write less. Even a sentence can be plenty. If you prefer not to do any journaling at all, see page 42 for non-authoring rules. When responding to prompts, you should consider reputation, what wounds you have, the places, the mechanical reward, and the people they have met. These things can offer narrative context and a great jumping point for a prompt response. Each experience serves to weave a greater story about the world you have found yourself in. So if you need inspiration, look to the map you are creating. This is cool, chat. This is so detailed. Whenever you visit a location, you'll be presented with a prompt. These prompts aim to give you a starting point in detailing the location and will end with a question or two. You should aim to answer each question in your journal entry and fill out as much extra detail as you like. After the questions, most prompts will display a mechanical effect in bold. This is generally gaining or losing resources, but some are different. Some offer you a choice between two effects. If you cannot fulfill the conditions of a choice, you cannot select it. For example, if the choice was lose one food and gain 3 biome dice, but you didn't have any food to lose, you couldn't take that option to gain 3 biome dice. Some prompts may give a benefit or detriment when the next specified phase occurs. This effect only happens once and occurs the very next time the indicated phase starts. Ooh, For example, lose one action in your next rest phase would result in the player only have one action to perform in the same turn's rest phase. The player would have 2 actions in the following rest phase as per normal. Prompts for biome dice will imply a sub-biome to add variety to the general biomes on the exploration table. Once you visit and draw a prompt for a biome, you may wish to erase and redraw the biome to better reflect its sub-biome. For example, the prompts for the open land biome may imply a tundra, swamp, desert, or many other such areas of open land. Ooh. The dice are integral to Cartograph and represent the landmarks and biomes your cartographer will learn about as they explore. More specifically, these dice represent locations your cartographer has seen, heard about, or otherwise learned of their existence. Landmark dice mark settlements on your map, which are generally favorable locations. Biome dice mark natural environments that define the landscape. When rolling dice onto the map page, the values of the dice will indicate a general location, such as a forest, a discovery, a city, etc. It is only when you choose to visit these locations that you will uncover further details of that place. For example, you may roll open land on a biome dice. Later, when you choose to visit this location, it is revealed that the open land is a fetid swamp filled with rotten trees. Ooh. Alright, we have a little section here that says, temporary dice are special dice you may acquire on your journey. You may treat these dice as either landmark or biome dice when you roll them. Your choice. Ooh, that's cool. Alright, during play, you will be rolling dice from your dice pool directly onto the map. This is the primary way the map gets filled out with detail. Some prompts or actions may let you gain more dice. Whenever this happens, you simply take the appropriate colored dice from your supply and add them to your pool of dice. Whenever you would lose a die, you lose it from your dice pool and return it to your supply. Game end. The game can end in a number of ways, some positively and others not so. The game will end if your cartographer must take a wound and has no slots to do so. You draw your third joker of the same color. You run out of dice at any point. These represent a negative end to your cartographer's expedition. Oof. If you manage to name 10 locations on your map and have at least one complete coastline, your cartographer retires and has finished their journey. A complete coastline is defined by a single unbroken coast stretching from one page edge to another, or by a fully enclosed island. If your complete coastline surrounds an island, it must have at least 5 named locations on it. In other words, your island must be of significant size, otherwise this condition could be filled from a single landmark die being surrounded by coastline. Interesting. You may wish to change the number of locations you need to name to win depending on how long you want your game to be. Try 6 locations for a short game, or 15 locations for a long one. Sometimes the game will end and you'll have a half-finished map on your hands. That's okay, you can always return to the map and finish it at your leisure. Principles of play. Here are some general principles you should keep in mind when playing Cartograph. This is simply a collection of advice collated over many games of Cartograph, but they are just that, advice. Ignore any and all of the suggestions here if you wish. Intuition first. There are occasionally situations in Cartograph where the rules dictate a nonsensical outcome, or an idea comes to you that isn't stated by the rules. Sometimes creativity is best served by those constraints, but sometimes it is better to put the rules aside for a moment and go with your gut. That biome dice indicates a lake in the middle of the ocean. Maybe shift it inland. A prompt tells you of a snowy city in the middle of a desert. Maybe it's not a snowy city after all. Embody your cartographer. It goes without saying, but try to view everything through the lens of your cartographer. Inject their demeanor and value as often as you can into your journal. Remember their background to contextualize their story. And importantly, remember that they are an interloper into this place. This place is alien and unfamiliar. Fantasy setting. Cartograph is built to create fantasy worlds. This isn't to say that magic must exist in your world, but it's likely that it does. If you wish to utilize Cartograph for other genres, see page 46. Ooh! I'm excited! That was all just creating the space for us to play. Like, we've already filled a whole page with just who we are, our like stuff that we'll have and a journal entry. Like that's just before you even technically start playing. How cool is that? All right. Let's keep reading. Definitions. This section will define some common terms used in the game. If you are ever confused about a rule, check this section first. That's when this one comes in. That sounds like a good idea, Sudoku. You should definitely try and get some sleep. So many words, brain does fry a bit. That is true. That is why I'm making sure you guys can read along and hopefully I'm not going too fast. I'm also giving myself a second to breathe when I can. Why did she die again? I just realized. She's just dying out here for no reason. Alright. So this is all the definitions. Let's see. A location is any point of interest you've drawn on your map from a dice roll or prompt. This could be a settlement or mountain range. This could be a named location or one you have yet to visit. The only drawings that don't count as locations are coastlines. Okay. If a prompt instructs you to mark a location on your map, sketch the specified location to your map where indicated. If the prompt specifies to mark it at this location, then you should consider the marked location to be your destination, and refer to the appropriate rest action, set, wilderness or settlement rest actions during the rest phase. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Extending and erasing coastline. If you're instructed to extend coastline, you should first find existing coastline you've previously marked on your map. Extend the existing coastline by drawing a few centimeters of new coastline connected to it. If you're instructed to erase coastline, you should only erase a few centimeters of coastline, not the entire coastline. Whenever you're marking, extending, or erasing coastline, you shouldn't do more than a few centimeters. If a coastline is remarkably close to another coastline, however, feel free to join them up. Cool. People. This game may often refer to a people during prompts. It is important to note that this does not simply refer to humans, obviously. This could be any group of living things. Feel free to make up what you think is appropriate for the circumstances, or refer to the people table on page 78. I was really close. Here it is. People table. Ooh. This is a pretty table. We've got some really interesting groups. Okay. Oh. I'm putting my legs up so I can sit more comfortably. Okay. I like these tables. They're very useful. Okay. Let's see, drawing cards. Okay, whenever you travel to a location, take the shop action, or otherwise draw a card from the deck, you should discard it once used. As you play, you should draw new cards from the deck, and form a discard pile next to the deck of cards you've already used. Make sense? Turns and phases. A turn in Cartograph is considered the set of actions you take over the course of 3 phases of the game explained on page 26. Once you finish those 3 phases, a new turn begins, and you start those 3 phases again. This is called the cycle of play. You continue in this fashion until you win, lose, or decide to stop playing. This is cool. A settlement refers to any kind of location that houses a people. Mechanically, this is either an encampment, town, or city. If you're instructed to mark a settlement or you roll the settlement result on a die, choose between an encampment, town, or city. That makes sense? Okay. Regions. Sometimes the game may ask you to name a region. A region is defined as any large area of land encompassing at least 2 locations. You may wish to denote a region by an outline, and it may be worth considering who this region belongs to, if anyone. It is common practice in cartography to label the names of regions in larger text than individual locations. Very true. Permanent wounds. If things become dire, a prompt may ask you to take a permanent wound. This is a grievous wound that cannot be removed by any means. When deciding on a name for a permanent wound, you should consider how this may change the appearance of your cartographer. Do they now have a violent scar? A missing limb? Ooh, I just realized, yeah, of course we're going to be able to potentially take off the wounds. Like, we only have 3 slots, and it makes sense if we're going to be able to take them off as well as put them on. But that also means that we may have to permanently mark out a slot at any point. That's terrifying. Why did I not think about that? Ooh. Okay. I'm also trying to open my aloe vera drink. For some reason it was being a pain. I hope you guys are just vibing with this, because, like, I don't expect you to understand everything, because I obviously don't either. This is my first time reading through it all. But hopefully you can get the gist of it with me, so that you can kind of understand where we're going as we're making the map. Ruins. You may come across a prompt that asks you to mark a location as a ruin. You can draw this however you like, but the important thing is to remember is the location no longer counts as a settlement. Oh, if you're taking your rest phase at a ruin, it counts as the wilderness. Oh dang, okay. That's terrifying. Discoveries represent points of interest on your map. When you mark a discovery, your cartographer has heard of something interesting or caught a glance of something on the horizon. Like all locations, you only learn the specifics of a discovery should you choose to travel to that location. Rolling doubles. When consulting the exploration table, you may notice the mountain and lake results for biome dice become a mountain range or river if 2 dice are present. When this happens, you should consider each dice to be the ends of the river or mountain range, and aim to draw the feature from one die to the other. Additionally, for rolls of the same value that land near each other, you may like to combine them into the same biome over a larger area. For example, 2 rolls of a 1 on biome dice may denote 1 large forest rather than 2 smaller ones. If you roll 3 or more of the same value on the same type of die, interpret this how you wish. Perhaps for lakes this may mean a long meandering river, or perhaps you would wish it to be one enormous lake. Can you imagine? Just a giant lake. Okay, cycle play. We've got the 3 distinct phases. Obviously, we've got the exploration phase. Get out your sextant and roll out your parchment. It's time to make a map. Don't worry, you don't have to do it all at once. Procedure. Roll your dice pool directly onto your map. Try to roll them close together. Sometimes using a cup and upturning it onto the paper works well. If some dice fall off the paper, re-roll them. Mark coastlines around all landmark dice. Settlements often find themselves near water. Mark a rough coastline around each landmark die, no more than a few centimeters. You may wish to fully surround the die, denoting an island. Consult the exploration table and begin sketching your map. If some dice would make sense shifted around slightly, do it. The rules are not rigid here, it's more important to make a cohesive map. Return all rolled dice back to your dice pool. You might want to do this as you draw your map, returning a die one at a time until you've drawn it in, once you've drawn in its location. Then there's the arrival phase. It's time to choose which location interests your cartographer. It is during this phase that you will flesh out the details of one of the locations on your map. Ooh. This is done by chronicling your expedition in your journal. Procedure. Choose any location on your map. If the chosen location is not the closest to your current location, you must lose 1 food to travel there. You can choose a landmark or a whole biome. Interesting. Draw a dashed line from your previous location to this one. If this is the first arrival phase of the game, skip this step and step 3 as you have no previous locations yet. Makes sense. Okay, 3. Draw a card from the deck and consult the journey table. Write a short sentence or 2 in your journal answering the prompt and describing the journey to this place. This journal entry should be brief. Draw a card, consult the appropriate location table, and respond to the prompt in your journal. Write a sentence or 2 describing this place. Remember to journal from the point of view of your cartographer. Keep in mind where people might be here and what landscape surrounds you. Name the location on your map. If you're stuck, there are name generators from page 70 onwards. Useful. Okay. Alright, so when we're first doing this, we don't have to draw a dashed line, and we don't have to draw a card for the journey. We just need to draw a card for the appropriate location table and name the location. Okay. Okay, after a hard day's travel, your cartographer has some downtime. Kick up your feet, talk to the locals, buy some items or supplies, go out hunting, or sell some of your wares. Procedure 1. Lose all temporary dice in your dice pool. If you gained any temporary dice from your last prompt, keep those dice. Lose any 1 remaining die from your dice pool. Wait. I have to choose one of my dice to get rid of from my dice pool? Right. If you're at a settlement, roll a die and halve the result to determine the value of wares in this location. Some settlements are more interested in buying your stuff than others. You should always round up when determining ware values. Okay. So if I rolled a 3, it would go to 1.5, which would go to 2, essentially. Select 2 different actions from the appropriate action list. Depending on where your cartographer ends up for the night, different sets of actions are available to them. You may lose 1 coin to take a 3rd action. Okay. And these are the rest phase actions. So we have Converse, where you lose 1 coin and gain 1 temporary die. If you're at a town, gain an additional temporary die. These are the settlement actions. So sleep, gain 1 bioome die. You may choose to lose 1 food to gain 1 additional bioome die. Heal, lose 1 coin, remove 1 wound. Amazing. Restock, gain 1 food or ware. Sell, gain coin equal to this settlement's ware value for each ware you sell. You may sell any number of wares. For example, if the ware value of this town was 2, you could sell 3 wares to get 6 coins. If you are at a city or town, draw 3 cards from the deck. If you're at a city, draw an additional card. Consult the item table to see what's available. And roll a die for each item to reveal its price. Remember, item prices are modified by your reputation. If you wish for a less random way to determine item prices, simply consider all face card items as 4 and all other items as 3. Interesting. Okay. If you find yourself anywhere but a settlement, these are the actions available to you. Camp, lose 1 food and gain 1 bioome die. Converse, lose 1 ware or coin, gain 1 temporary die. Hunt, roll a die and gain that much food. Lose 1 die of your choice. See page 82 for inspiration on what you might hunt. Interesting. Jokers. Jokers represent the mortal dangers of exploring a foreign land and the ever-looming threat this poses to your cartographer. If at any point you draw a joker, pause your current action and follow the below procedure. Consult the joker table on page 51. Respond to the prompt from the joker table in your journal. Shuffle the Joker card into your deck. Draw a new card and continue with the previous action. You want to keep track of how many times you've drawn a Joker of each color. If you ever draw your third Joker of the same color, the game is over. Oh boy. So crazy, actually. This is a lot of words, but I can just see how badly this goes. Okay, this is an example. I don't think I need to read this out loud. Alright. Alright. Oh, this character sheet would have been a much smarter way to do it. I did not do it this way. That's okay. I feel like this is fine for me for now. Okay. All right. Oh, there's a multiplayer mode. That's cool. Okay, we don't have to pay attention to this one or this one. We need to do that. No. You don't need that. If you wish for your game of Cartograph to be focused on world building and journaling aspects, you should play with the following modifications. Okay. We're not going to do peaceful mode now, because I feel like it'd be fun to just play it in its basic. But totally interesting. I will be very interested in doing that maybe in another time. Alright. Let's see. Hacking Cartograph. That's such a funny sentence to see in a book. Cartograph is geared towards playing and creating the type of fantasy worlds that have become commonplace in the tabletop community. The rules and systems in Cartograph are very flexible, however. With some tweaking, you can modify the rules of the game to accommodate any genre you like. First thing to consider is the exploration table. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Whew. Ooh, you could integrate other RPGs in here. Journey by Greycastle Press and Microscope by Ben Robbins. Meditative world building. And a history building. That's cool. Alright. Tables. All of our tables are here. Look at this. Look at this character sheet and the rules reference. How cool. Okay. Well, I think we should get started. I feel like we've read all the things we need to read. So, let's start. we have got first our exploration phase. So, we're going to roll our dice pool directly onto our map. Try to roll them close together. We could use a cup, but I don't have one here right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna chuck the book over here so I can still look at it if I need to. Alright, roll it directly onto the map. Try to roll them close together. That's not close together. That's not very close together at all. There we go. That's better. And then we grab this. Mark coastlines around all landmark dice, which is this little guy here. Right, where's mine? Yeah, okay. So we've got our four biome, then our landmarks. So. I'm gonna just do... I think that's good. Let me take this one off. Wait. Also. Dining table. Exploration table. Landmark dice. We got 4. A city. Okay. So, number 4 is a city. They did give us a little, so you can see we're going for city. Okay, so that's how they suggest we put down city. So let's just put it here. City. Right there. That looks like a face. That looks like a sideways face. That's terrifying. Okay. Put that back in our dice pool. Alright, and then our biomes. Biome. We got a 5. Same as closest biome. Which is 4, which is open land. So let's go back to the little sketches. Open land kind of looks like that. So boop. Okay. 4. Open land. Amazing. 3 is a lake. And that was kind of just like this little guy. Yeah. It's kind of just a little puddle just there. Okay. There we go, there's our little lake. And then 6 down here, same as closest biome, another lake. Alright. There we go. Alright, we've got 2 lakes, 2 open encampments. 2 urban lands. Sorry, not encampments. What am I saying? Alright. Then consult the exploration table and begin sketching a map. Which we did. We've got some good things here. We'll turn all rolled dice back to your dice pool, which is right there. Okay. Then, the arrival phase. Choose any location on your map. Let's choose the city. And because we didn't... Okay. So I was gonna start with the city. Might make it easier for us. We skip 2 and 3 because we don't have a journey yet. So, next is... Here's our little cards. We draw a card. Ooh, we've got an ace of spades. Yes. Wait, no. Wait, yes? That's spades or club? Nope, that's spades. Spades. No, wait, that's clubs, right? That's clubs. That's clubs, isn't it? That's clubs. I think that's clubs. That's very pretty, though. Look at that. Very pretty picture. Okay, so we got 8 of clubs. Yeah, clubs, okay. Thank you, Diggs. Okay, so consult the appropriate location table and respond to the prompt in your journal. Write a sentence or 2 describing the place. You don't need to do journeys. You just need to do... Okay, it's black item. We got... Oh, wait. Black item. No, not black item. Black encampment. Right? Black... No, wait. Black city. Black city. Where is it? There it is. Black city, we got an 8. A hierarchy... What? Oh yeah, that's so valid. I hope hell diving is going well. Honestly, a lot of people just like to listen to me talk. So I have a lot of lurkers and I love my friends that lurk. Always very, very happy to just have lurkers around. Alright. So it's Black City. 8. A hierarchy... I swear. Why is this word so hard to say? Alright. Number 8. A hierarchy... I'm gonna get it. Hierarchical... I'm just gonna take a step back for 1 second. Hierarchical. I'm gonna just... That's just what we're going with. A hierarchical city of class and division. How are the classes differentiated? What force prevents rebellion? Gain 1 temporary die, which is one of these guys. Yep, I nailed it. You guys couldn't tell the difference. Hierarchical. Why is that such a hard word to say? I've said that so many times. I've used that word. But we get to gain a temporary die, so that's nice. Hierarchical... Okay, so, journal... Oh, wait. Journal... Entry... 2. Class and division. So there's a hierarchy, and they're divided by classes. Okay. How are the classes differentiated? What force prevents rebellion? Ooh. Okay. For this city... Oh, what sounds good? I mean, we could start it out with it just being a king. It could be kind of boring. Anyway. King might be easy, but we could also... Social influence. You also have to... What is it here? Remember to journal from the point of view of your cartographer. Keep in mind what people might be here and what landscapes surround you. Okay. So... the hierarchy... Yeah. There's a hierarchy in this city of class and division. I think, okay. And my baby is very impulsive, nomadic, and prefers nature. I think this is a very busy city. We finally made it to the city of... Sorry, Diggs, I'm gonna use your name. Digzen. Digzen. How would he react to it? See, I mean, it kind of probably would remind him a little bit of Harm with how, like, weird it feels, I guess. I followed the merchants for a bit before I saw a really cool garden. Really liked nature. Digson. Look, I'm just having fun with it. Your names are just my names now. I'm stealing them. They're mine. If you want something named after you, chat, you just gotta say something in chat, and I'll probably come back to your name at some point. Don't feel pressured though. Absolutely no pressure to do that. You can just sit and listen to me make a cute little map. Before I saw a really cool garden. The people working were all animal hybrids. They told me that the city was not fond of them. They are the lowest class. Weird. Humans in the middle and elves being the ruling class. Elves. People happy by letting them use their preferred job. Sounds boring to be stuck in one job or place, whatever. All right. I think that's a pretty good journal entry, chat. Alright, and then we got a name on our map, which we did name it. Look at that. You can't even see that very well. Oh boy. Well, you'll get to see the map as it grows. Alright. Alright. Then, the rest base. Is that more fire? Why does that look like more fire? That looks like fire sword. Are you gonna fight someone? Or are you just claiming yourself as an elf? Are you the founding elf of this land? Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat some more food real quick. Look, I have barely anything. I've had like a fifth of the bowl, maybe. You know what is crazy? The fact we've been going for almost 2 hours, just kind of going through everything that this book entails. It's very cool. There's so much detail to it. Alright. This temporary dice doesn't disappear because it was from my last prompt. And then I lose one of the remaining dice from my dice pool. I'm gonna lose one of my biome dice. And if I'm in a settlement, roll a dice and half the value to determine the value of wares. 2. They're worth 1. My ware is useless. Yeah. I actually have been like, I was getting really into reading it, and like, I hope you guys were actually finding it interesting as I was reading it out loud. But it's definitely a very cool book. Okay, so everything costs, everything that I want to sell would cost 1. That's useless. Then I get to select 2 different actions. Alright. I'm gonna restock. And I'm gonna sleep. Because I can regain my biome dice. You can regain one biome die. And I can get one food or wear. So I'm gonna make it, my food is 2 now. And I get my biome die back. I feel like we'll need food just in case, you know? Alright. Yeah, because I didn't want to shop. I don't really have any, like, I don't have a lot of anything. I don't even have any reputation yet, so it's better to stick to basics for a minute. Let's see. Alright. Then after that, we stop. Oh no. We start again. So we go back to the exploration phase. So, move this back to the side. Grab our dice. We have so many this time. I think I'm going to designate this temporary dice as a landmark dice because I already have all 4 of my biomes available. So, there we go. That's really close together. Okay, so we've got a landmark here, landmark here. Okay. I think I'll save these. I don't want to connect them just yet. Okay, so what was 4 for landmarks? I think it was another city, right? Let's see. Back here, exploring table, landmark. 4 is another city. So we have a city right next to this lake. Amazing. 3 is a town. Okay. 3 is a town. Let's look back at this real quick and see what they did for town. They just did a little dot for town. So, 3 is town just here. Just a little die. And that actually can go back in the temporary dice pool right now. And then we've got the biomes. We've got 4, which is open land again. This is really cool, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. There's some more open land. Got a 6, which is same as closest biome. Well, actually, wait. Hang on. 2 6s. Same as closest biome. Hang on. Can I go back to what's... It said something about 2... Where was it again? Maybe it was just maybe in the map section. Oh wait, here the wait, no, not the maps. Hang on. Maybe it was after that. I know what I'm looking for, but I can't remember. The dice, there we go. Never mind. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking looking for, but I can't remember where it was in the book. No. Oh, it's right here. Rolling doubles. Meh. Yeah, I guess because it's urban land, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay. Then 2, which is a mountain. Well, a mountain. Let's... Mountain. Like again. I just wanna try and keep... Okay. Oh, it's just little jagged bits. Okay. Mountain. Ignore how weird my mountain looks. It's my mountain, it's how I like it. It's cute. Cute little guy. That's my cute little guy right there. You can't even see it very well. But it's like... Let me just like give you guys a close-up of everything I've got so far, if I can. So, we have our little mountain, a lot of open land, a lake there, a town and 2 cities, and then a lake down here. Look at that. Look where that lake is compared to, like, that's where the landmarks landed, so let's hope that we can figure something out for that. Anyway. Now, we're in the exploration phase. So, I did mark more coastline. This might be an island. Might be an island with a lake. Okay. Honestly, I might put this back in my dice pool so I remember that it was there. Alright, arrival phase. Now, we're going from the city. Honestly, I kind of want to go to the urban land. I want to see what's there. So let's go here. And that way we don't have to... It doesn't cost us any food. Okay. Draw a card from the deck and consult the journey table. Ooh, a 5 of hearts. Very pretty. I like. Okay. 5 of hearts. And that's consult the journey table. Okay, hearts, sunny, and dry. Sunny and dry. Or I guess feet. Use this table to determine the suit from the suit of the from the suit of the top carding and discard pile. Then determine the weather from the newly drawn card. Okay, so the descriptor is clouds. Stormy and dry? What? Stormy into dry? Stormy into dry, I think, maybe. Or maybe the other way around. That's so funny. That's so random. Okay, so it was a... It's not any of these. It's not an item. Not an encampment. It's not a town. It's not a city. It's not a discovery. It's not a mountain. It's not a forest. It is... Where is it? It's not a lake. It's red urban land. Alright. And it is a 5. Ew! Okay, I don't... Look, this was in the example too. A fetid and vile swamp. Is this place populated at all? What sense of yours is assaulted by the environment? Alright, so what is gonna happen? It started off very dry and then it became stormy when we got to the swamp. I think that's what happened. Alright, we're gonna make a very brief journal entry. Journal. Wow, I can't do this. Entry 3. I got bored of the city really quick. Ugh. Populated. It was really dry when I started. I'm gonna say that we walked there, and I started walking. There? Where's there? Where's there? Sorry, using my really great English skills here to not describe anything. Walking. I could see that there was some land nearby. That actually genuinely scared me for a second, that noise. I was like, hello? Am I in Minecraft? I fully thought it was the entity. Oh boy. I've been role-playing too much on that server. Let's see. Nearby. That looked cool. Okay, let's be real though. It sounded like the entity. How is that my fault? Doesn't help that I got on the server yesterday because they made a stimming room and I wanted to see it in person. I'll have to show you guys tomorrow before we actually start stream properly. But there was a stimming room and it was very cool. And then Pork and I ended up spending 4 hours in there talking and stimming, and we were talking about D&D mostly. But we talked a little bit about lore, and he like showed me the noise he uses for the entity. Truly terrifying. Up close and personal, terrifying. Don't like it. It started to storm as I got closer to the land. Sadly, the stench of death hit me before. Yeah, the randomness of the SMT is great. It truly jumps from one route to another so quickly. It's actually really nice. Actually, we can probably chuck this down a little bit so you guys can see the map a little better. I feel like that might work better for now, and I can just pull you guys back up when we're looking at other stuff. The stench of death hit me before I even saw that it was a swamp. I tried to stay on the edge. Not wanting to touch anything. Not wanting to touch anything. What things live in a swamp? Frogs. Toads! Just toads. Toads. And bugs. Yuck. Yuck. Toads and bugs. Icky. Okay. Alright, so we've done that. Then we need to draw a card. Another card. Woo! 9 of clubs. What even? How? Which way is this? This way. Nope, this way. You can see the outline of the people. That's terrifying. Actually terrifying. I couldn't figure out which way it went at first. Very cool. Very cool drawing. Okay, 9 of clubs. Oh, wait. You know what I did the wrong way around? I was supposed to do the journey table before I did that. I accidentally did the, I don't want to erase it. You know what I'm gonna do? It's okay. It's fine. We already talked about the journey there. But let's talk about the journey again. Or I guess? Nah, it's fine. Nine. Ooh! Your travel was Okay, hang on. Let me show you guys. Your travel was blessed by a rare event. What did you witness? Heal 1 wound. Well, I can't heal wounds because I have no wounds. But that's fine. When the storm hit about halfway to I got it Mike to the swamp. I watched a rare event. Ooh, I watched a rainbow appear before the clouds overtook the sky. I tried to run towards it, but it disappeared quickly. Have you ever seen those before rain rainbows? They're so pretty. It's where the rain is like still just in the distance and you catch the rainbow before the storm actually hits you. Genuinely so cool. Okay. We'll keep going. All right, so we did that, and now we gotta name the location. Does anyone have an idea for a swamp name? I guess we can kind of make it like more swampy. Yeah, that looks more swampy. What is a good name for a swamp? Let's look at the name table. Name generators from page 70. Forest names, mountain names, open land names. Ooh, you know what? I just saw one that's really good. I think the Tainted Swamp. Tainted Swamp. There we go. All right. Alright, lose all temporary dice. Cool. Lose any 1 remaining dice. Put our little guy back. If you're at a settlement, roll a die. We're not at a settlement. And select 2 different actions. Wilderness actions. Let's see, this is our first wilderness action. If you find yourself anywhere but a settlement, there are actions available to you. Being away from civilization restricts your options. Camp, lose 1 food, gain 1 biome die. Converse, lose 1 wear or something. Hunt, roll a die and gain that much food. Lose 1 die of your choice. Okay. So we're gonna go camp and hunt. Wait, can we choose 2 of the same? No, two different. It has to be different. Okay, has to be two different actions. So we'll camp, and then we'll... So we'll camp, we'll lose one food. Go back to our starting page, shall we? So we're back down to one food. Then we gain a biome die again. So now we have our biome die back. Then we'll hunt, which we get to roll a dice. And gain that much food. Wow, we got 6 food. So now we're up to 7 food. Which is amazing. And we get to lose a biome die again. So. Ooh. I want to see. Okay, it says page 82 for inspiration on what you might hunt. Hunted fauna, yeah. So during my time in the wilderness, I hunted fauna. I guess we can write down this. That'd be fun. So, central and journey on geometry journal. Journal entry. Fine. While near the swamp, I hunted six herding five small herding fauna. Okay. I hunted small herding fauna. Let's say what kind of animals are small and herding? Maybe we could say small herding pigs. Pigs. I think pigs would be cute and they would be around a swamp. Feels about right. Small herding pigs. That was very successful. There we go. Honestly, he does seem like the type of guy like to just like write silly little journal entries. He's just impulsive. Let's see. Back we go to our table. So we did both of those, and then we go back to the exploration phase. Wow, I have one less than I did last time now, and I'm kind of sad about it. I'm trying to... Best way to get more light on this, but... I guess that works. Oh yeah, I need to... pull everything off for a second. That was really far apart. Oh, okay. That feels like it should not be there. So we're gonna pull it back down here. I don't want it to be... No, I don't want it to be like an island, I figured. Okay. Then we'll go exploration table, landmark 3, a town. That town here. 1 here. Forest. That doesn't make any sense. Well, hang on. Let's do 4 first, which is another open land. A lot of open land on this map. Which honestly, kind of valid. Kind of really valid. Okay, 3 is a lake. Okay. There's 2 lakes kind of similar to each other, and then the city is right next to the lake. Very cool. I feel like there wouldn't be a forest right here. Maybe we'll move the forest to just here. In which will be something like this. Very cool. Alright. More food. And probably something to drink. This has been really fun so far. Alright. We did the thing. Alright. I think what I might do, trying to make sure you guys can see. I can't tell how good that is. I feel like it's probably better like that. Oop. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go to the city, and because it's not the closest location, we're actually going to have to lose 1 food. So we're down to 6 food. Thankfully that hunting did us real good. Alright. Let's see. City. So, draw a card from the deck to consult. Ooh, 10 of diamonds. Okay, what I am gonna do, grab my cards, chuck them here in front of me so I can see them a bit better. Chuck the ones we've used already up there. Alright, 10 of diamonds. Consult the journey table. Journey table. 10. Oh. Oh no. That's not. That's really not good. Your journey was interrupted by an attack. What ambushed you and why? Gain 1 wound. Oh no. We've been injured. Chat, we've been injured. Oh my gosh. You really... You really didn't like that, huh, Dal? Not your favorite thing in the world? That's what cats do, though. They kind of don't care. They have no regard for public, personal space. Okay. We gained our first wound, chat. Our first wound. We are wounded. What is it? What ambushed you and why? Alright. Let's see. Well, we were heading around a lake. And the weather is descriptor from the top suit. So spade, no clubs, stormy again. Actually, got pencil on my book. Okay. So it's stormy again, still stormy. And then diamonds, hot. Stormy and hot. Ooh, okay. So, okay. Journal entry 6. Alright. What are we feeling? Let's see, what are we feeling? It was stormy and hot. And we got ambushed. Okay, so I thought it... I'm gonna keep hitting my mic. Oh no, my mic is in the way again. I thought it would be better to travel why is my flashing? Thought it would be better to travel to a city nearby than stay in the storm. The storm got weirdly warm as I rounded a lake in the distance. I made the mistake of What did I make the mistake of? Yeah, no, that's just payback then, Dal. Okay, what ambush does? Made the mistake of stopping. To try and see the lake better, and a wild dog rushed and bit me on the leg. I hope I can find... Wow, I can't spell. You're welcome, cat. I will take your side pretty much on anything. I can find medicine in the city. All right. We gained a wound from a wild dog. Right, we're up to journal entry 7, where we need to draw another new card. Let's see. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at that, chat. Hi, summer guy. How you doing? Everybody should go subscribe to Summer Guy. He's great. Alright, we've got another stupid spades. Not spades, it's clubs. Every time I keep calling it spades, it's clubs. But we keep getting clubs. No, we're not playing blackjack. We're playing Cartograph, which is just as cool, if not cooler in my opinion. We're basically making a map. Look how pretty our map is. We have some really cool stuff on our map. Like this city called Digson, then the Tainted Swamp, and then we're in another city right now. We're writing our journal entries as we go too. Okay, location table. Let's see. We're in a city. Where is it? I feel like I went past it already. Yep, there we go. Okay, I think it was... Okay. Black City? 10. Magic is prominent in this city. Its people are proficient in the arcane arts. What effect has the prolific magic had on the city? Why is magic so common? Gain 1 biome die. Boop. Okay, so this city's kind of far out from the coast. Yeah, Digson has no relation to anyone in chat at all. Absolutely not. Nor does, what did I originally name my other town? My hometown? Novell? And then this land is Cat-Dal. You know? Nothing like that. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me naming things after my chat or anything. Magic is prominent in this city. Its people are proficient in the arcane arts. Okay, do I go down my character route of Lanny for this one? And just be like, I didn't know magic existed. I might. I really well might. It might be funny. But I already gained my Byron die, which is good. Why do you have a little dot next to his name was? That's probably on the... Probably back here somewhere. Okay. Let's see. So it's a magical city. Oh, okay. Sir. I made it to the city of Summerton. It's fine. Everybody can definitely not see where the names in chat are coming from. I made it to the city of Summerton. And was amazed by all the magic. Because the city is so close to the lake, most people's magic seems to rely on water. The city has water running everywhere. So people can use their magic. The tavern keeper I talked... My hand is getting sore. Talked with told me that their magic came from a spirit in the lake. And most people worshipped her able to use magic. There we go. I think that's pretty cool. We might end in maybe like 15 minutes because my wrist is getting sore. I struggle to write a lot, unfortunately, because of my arthritis. Okay, and we named it Summerton. Summerton. There it is. We get to do a rest phase in the city now. Oops, Okay, well, we don't have any more temporary dice, but we do have to put back one of our biome dice. We can also roll a die and see and halve the result to determine the value of our wares. Oop. Oh, it was a 6! Look at that. It's a 6. Oop. There we go. Alright. Although, this lighting has me in tears. Alright, that's fine. Alright. So our ware would be worth 3 right now. We only have 1 ware. And I want to heal. But I should probably sell. How do I get plans again? I think I get wares from places, I think. Yeah, I think I'll sell my 1 ware because it is worth 3 right now. So I'll have 0 wares, but 4 coins. I don't think our reputation has also changed at all. Somehow we've not dealt with our reputation at all yet in this game, which is so interesting. But we've got 3 marked locations so far, which is very cool. I think I wanted to do a shorter game, so where is it? The gameplay options. I don't remember where I looked at it, but it said something about if you wanted a longer game, you could make multiple rounds. Maybe it was just here somewhere. I don't know. It's fine. We'll probably only go to 6 with this so we can get a hang of it. And then I might do another one on stream sometime, which will be fun. Okay, so we have 0 wares but 4 coins. And then we lose 1 coin to remove 1 wound. So we're down to 3 points. But no wounds. Zero wounds is important for us at this current point in time. We don't want to have many wounds right at the start. Okay. Honestly, I think we might end there because that was really good. So we got 7 journal entries in. Look at us go. We got our guide together. We've got some stuff. We've got this map. So what I might do is I might take a picture and put it in the Discord for you guys so you can keep up with it. So you can see how we're going. But this has actually been really fun. It is pretty far. Like, we've already got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 places on our map. We've got 3 named. And we've got parts of the edges of our world already built. It's so fun. I really like it. I'm glad you guys were just willing to sit and watch as I did this. I think it's been super fun. I will definitely put up some pictures. I'll probably make another dedicated Cartograph channel in the Discord so you guys can watch me play. But obviously that is a lot of speaking with no break. So I'm probably gonna end in a minute. We'll go find someone to raid. But I hope you guys will come along with me next time we play because I think it'll be super fun to play again. I'm really proud of our little map though. Like, we're getting so far. I feel like Clicky might be live. Oh no, maybe not today. Hang on. I can just go check Discord. Could have sworn Clicky was gonna be live. Maybe not today. Oh, maybe they're doing movies tonight. That's right, they're in movies. They're watching movies. And then I think maybe after movies they're going on the SMP. That's okay. We can. Maybe we'll go raid Davy. Can watch Davy play Pokemon like he looks like he's having fun. Alright. Let's go raid Davy and show him some love. Are we gonna gamble? What do you mean gamble? What do you mean are we gonna gamble? We don't gamble here. I don't gamble. Gamble? Brother, just saying the word gamble again means nothing. What do you want me to, how do you want me to gamble? I don't know what you want from me, brother. I really don't. We gamble with our sanity? I have no sanity, you know this. What sanity am I gonna gamble? Gamble with my non-existent sanity? That's okay. Cat sanity? Poor cat. How dare you? Let's do Sneaky Plant Raid today. Although he might be in chat hiding somewhere. But it's fine. He'll never see us coming. Okay. Let's show some love to Davy. I know it wasn't quite a 3-hour stream, but it was basically a 3-hour stream today. I'm sure it was shorter, but my hands were getting a little sore from, you know, writing. Poor cat. Cat, we could just gamble Dal as a human, like as a whole human. We could just gamble Dal. That'd be funny. Just gamble Dal as a whole human. Yeah? Dal's willing to be our gamble. That would be funny to watch. 10 out of 10. Gambling is gambling. That's true. My form of gambling is those claw machines. But remember to hydrate and eat something, chat. I will see you guys tomorrow.